I feel that money is very hard to come by, especially living in Hawaii. It's not all sandy beaches and coconuts. It's really hard to live here.
Before we get started, this woman said it's hard to live here off of $83,000 a year. I have not seen this video. I do not know her. I do not know what she's going to say. Y'all told me that it was cool to live off of $50,000, and this woman said it is hard to live here. Hard. I don't know anything about the Hawaiian economy. 83. They got 2 little girls. They said it's hard. So if it's a lot, and they told it, right? If it's a lie, they told it. Let's continue.
My name is Shayla Marie Mae. I'm 28 years old.
I'm Matthew Pi'ianaya Ishii. I am 33 years old.
Together we have 2 daughters, Sienna Belle and Sierra Jane.
Together we make about $83,000 a year.
We live on the Big Island of Hawaii in Hilo.
Is that how y'all pronounce it? Hawaii? 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 Shayla works for a federally funded child care subsidy program. I see is that her eyelashes, or is she out here lashing? I'm just curious, is that her eyelashes, or is she trying to be a modern woman?
I started a new job about a week ago. I'm making $16
About a week ago.
an hour, $33,000 a year. I understand how hard it is to pay for childcare. If I wasn't working, we wouldn't be able to pay for childcare. I would be a stay-at-home mom forever.
She says she makes about $16 an hour, $33,000 a year. That means that they need her income to survive. Now think about that. I'm often on these panels and I'm having these conversations, and they say, Anton, you bring 40, she bring 40, y'all living off 80, y'all living good. This woman said, listen, fam, it's hard out here. Not only do they need my 33, because apparently he make 50, because 50 and 33, I'm going to need y'all to stick with me here. Let's do the math. $83,000 a year before he even talk about what he does. He needs her. And they got 2 munchkins.
Really have to be working 2 jobs in a household to send your children to school.
So his back probably
As a concrete foreman, I earn about $25 an hour. It could go up to about $80 an hour. I form, tie steel, and placement of concrete down to finishing the concrete.
So he working. Think about this. He's 33, she's 28. He's 33, she's 28. How long do you think that he can do this before he need a hip replacement or his back start hurting? Because a lot of people say, hey, ain't nothing wrong with doing these hard jobs. I agree. Listen, I am a person that celebrates the blue collar man. If you are working and you grinding, I think that you are to be celebrated because you're doing it legally. I have no problem with anybody working any job. We need you. I appreciate you. I spend extra money. I tip you. I show you my appreciation because I am blessed. But what I'm saying is, the reality is, they said it was hard, not me. He expects to make $50,000 a year, the thing that y'all said that everybody can live off of, and he's saying, nah, fam, it's hard out here for a pimp. And I'm out here finishing concrete, and my back hurt, and I'm expecting to hopefully make $50,000 a year. And she bring in an additional $33,000 a year. I want to see what their budget is looking like.
As of right now, the way that we live paycheck to paycheck, it's hard to make it by. We make enough to cover our expenses and our bills and essentials.
All right, let's break this down. She already told y'all. I don't even know how they get these people to come on this show and tell it real. She said we live in paycheck to paycheck. Let's break down this budget. $79 in subscriptions. All right, let's look at what that is. subscriptions is Amazon Prime and streaming services. They need to cut that out. I'm going to just tell you right now, they need to just cut it out. They can't afford to breathe. They don't need no streaming services and Amazon Prime. They need to just be hiking every day and having a good time and playing with toys. All right. Credit card debt, $101 a month in credit card debt, meaning that if they live in paycheck to paycheck, that they're paying the minimum monthly payment, which means that they're getting killed in interest. The first thing that you got to pay attention to is, why do they have credit card debt in the first place? Well, it was difficult for them to survive, and so they use that to supplement to buy the things that they want or the things that they needed. They paying $101 in credit card debt. Bad. Health insurance, $191. It is what it is. You got to pay for that. And check it out. The caveat is for the couple, the twins covered under Medicaid. They're using government assistance to cover the children, and that ain't even including what they paying in health insurance. That's just for them too. $83,000 a year. Medicaid. Shout out to Carl Oakley. Carl Oakley says, I got people there working for the government and contracting, making about $420,000 as a family of four, and they live a minimalist lifestyle because it's so expensive. Carl says he got people making $420,000. Y'all will think about this, y'all. Carl, you are absolutely right, and I agree with you. Think about this, y'all. Let's put this in perspective. They told me I was crazy because I said 50,000 ain't enough and 100,000 ain't enough to be able to raise a family in four, depending on where you live in America. Carl is saying he got people working there making $420 as a family of four, and they got to live like minimalists. Are we so far out of whack from the reality of what people are dealing with, or are we realistic and helping you to understand that you need to be more intentional before you start jumping off the bridge? Carl, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Health insurance. They got the kids on Medicaid. $210 in discretionary. Nope. Need to get rid of it. Let's see what discretionary is. Personal care, household expenses, and dog food. Get rid of the dog. You can't afford a dog. You got kids. Pets are like children. Pets are like children. You can't afford to have a dog. Am I missing something here? Is there a pattern amongst people that cannot afford to be able to survive in the places that they live in? Why do you have a dog and you can't even afford to have kids? Your kids is on Medicaid and you got a dog. That's voluntary. Having kids was voluntary, but that's voluntary. All right. This is giving me anxiety. I'm starting to feel trapped myself. Phones, $300 a month. How, fam? How is your phone's $300 enough? I mean, I don't understand. How are most people that are making a lot of money, their phone bill be like $25 a month. How are their phones costing them $300 a month? I'll tell you how, because they're financing. Verizon, AT&T was like, listen, upgrade every year and finance your phone, and they rock with it. These people need to be on Metro PCS. They need to get them some Obama phones. You need to call and receive text messages. That's it. There's no reason for... I've already cut out a ton of money in their budget. I ain't even got to the big items. Utilities, $303. Can't do nothing about that. Food, $600. Got a family of four. It is what it is. Transportation, $659. Cars, gas, and insurance. Car notes, baby. They got at least one car note. Why do poor people do this? And I know they make $83,000 a year, but I told you, them labels of, oh, we solidly middle class. No, fam. And you know what the worst part about this whole situation is? I'm about to tell y'all something. Y'all want to know the truth? I believe at $83,000 a year, they're just at the threshold to get into the 22% range of paying taxes. If they would have made $1,000 less, give or take, and so they better be very, very careful, they switch from being in the 12% threshold to the 22% threshold. Don't hold me to that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling y'all what to do. But based off of the calculations that we shared in last week's live stream, they are at the threshold that actually forces them to pay a significant more in taxes. They literally are probably a few dollars above the threshold and paying more in taxes. And this is why I say understanding how money works will determine whether or not you are successful, because they don't understand the language of money. They're financing everything. They get their taxes taken out, and then they pay for their lifestyle, and they pay interest on top of that. They actually being taxed like 3 or 4 times over than what a normal person that understands how money works is. Yep, it is insane, D. Will. And then child support. So basically all of her money, because they're paying the equivalent of $8,400 a year in child support. So think about it. Make $83,000 a year, $8,400 a year, or it's coming straight out of that. So now you automatically reduce it to $72,000 a year. No, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. 83, 75, 74. $74,000 a year. Just in childcare. $700 a month in child support. Rent, $1,250. That's probably the only reasonable thing that I see on here is rent. The only thing I see on here is food, utilities, and rent that makes sense. Everything else is out of whack. Everything else is absolutely insane and out of whack. This is insane. This is for all 4 people. No person should be subjected to this lifestyle, and it's all shooting yourself in the foot. I'm telling you, it's all self-inflicted. Let's continue. This is insane. This is probably one of the most egregious budgets I've seen outside of some of this other stuff that I was looking at.
But we don't make enough to move forward and move ahead in life.
It's horrible.
Make sure my family has a roof over their head, clothes, and food.
Because I was a stay-at-home mom for the past year, I let Matthew know what we needed. And by that, Matthew would budget based off of his weekly income.
Food is a priority. Whether we have enough or we're gonna borrow from my mother-in-law to have enough.
It's nothing more emasculating than him walking up to his mother-in-law with his hoochie daddy shorts, because he do have hoochie daddy shorts. If you listen to the way that this woman is talking, she's being very, very, very careful not to emasculate him on camera. All you got to do is listen to I'm going to rewind to 30 seconds. Watch this. Listen how she talking.
We don't make enough to move forward and move ahead on our bills and essentials, but we don't make enough to move forward and move ahead in life.
Make sure my family has.
He's talking extremely low with no confidence, feeling like he not the man that he need to be, and she's very careful not to emasculate him because she know that she just got a partner. She ain't got no husband.
Roof over their head, clothes, and food.
Because I was a stay-at-home mom for the past year, I let Matthew know what we needed. And by that, Matthew would budget based off of his weekly income.
Food is a priority. Whether we have enough or we're gonna borrow from my mother-in-law to have enough.
My contribute to the household would be taking on my...
She is not happy. I'm just telling you, they just surviving. They probably enduring through the marriage. Because money matters. Money matters. I'm just telling you, they sound broken. At $83,000 a year with 2 kids, they sound broken.
Car payment again.
Car payment.
Being able to put money towards our rent and utilities. Being able to help pay off my credit card debts. And being able to save a little bit more money and put it on the side.
Now, what you think gonna happen when she run into that big dog? She probably ain't gonna leave it because she don't want to break up with her family. But I'm telling you, in the back of her mind, she walk into that man that's like, oh, word? Listen, don't even worry about that. If you was with me, I'll pay that off right away. You shouldn't even be working, man. You should be living a life and going out and shopping and taking care of your kids and being at all of the family events. What you doing out here working and grinding? You shouldn't work unless you have to. Imagine a man whispering something like that in her ear because she decided she wanted to stop after work and get a drink at the bar. Listen, it's a strong possibility she gonna stay home, but it's a stronger possibility she gonna be thinking like, what if? I'm telling you. Oh, don't worry about it. Because let me tell you how it's gonna start off. She gonna be at the bar, she gonna be sipping a drink, and then he gonna be like, oh, don't worry about it. I got it. Listen, all of her stuff on me. And she like, thank you. Okay, cool. What do you do for a living? And then the conversation gonna go from there. And then she gonna just start getting a little bit curious. And next thing you know, you complaining about modern woman becoming an incel. And then the angry man got to give you a coaching session on what it takes in order to be a man. This is the blueprint of how it happens. Women are hypergamous. They have that curiosity of, God, I want to live a better life. God, I'm so tired of going into this job every single day because I have to, not because it's something that I want to. Anton wants to keep families together. Action Jackson. You know Anton believes in family marriage. You know Anton believes in love. Anton believes in marriage being a business. I'm telling you, and I'm giving you the blueprint of how it happens. She's going to stop after work. She's going to have a drink. She's going to say, you know what? I just want to do something for myself. It's going to be a dude that get that bag. Ain't going to be like, hey, listen, don't even worry about it. Drinks is on her. He had been listening to her conversation with her homegirl on the phone or the person that she sat next to, her modern friend. And he going to be like, listen, drinks is on me. How y'all doing? What's going on? Everything is good? Oh, everything is great. And she going to see the rollie on his wrist. What do you do? You know what? I'm into real estate and all this other type of stuff, whatever. What do you do? And then she going to be reluctant to say that she even got a man. And then it's just going to go from there. The curiosity is going, I know. I'm sorry, y'all.
Huh? What are you making, letters? Making letters. Good job. We started dating in 2012. And as of 2017, we had our 2 girls, Sienna and Sierra. Being pregnant came as
Look at this dude. He looked like a deer in headlights. He literally looked like a deer in headlights. With his hoochie daddy shorts, he looks like a deer in headlights. He has no clue what is happening to him right now, why his life is the way it is.
I had a 50-50 chance of ever getting pregnant, so we stopped trying, and we ended up finding out that we were pregnant. A week later, we found out that we were having twins. And it came as a very big shock. Financially, they're 3 years old now, and they have completely different personalities. One is very much a showgirl, and the other one is very headstrong, and she's my tomboy. Sending the twins to school is about 4.
I see y'all keep talking about them hoochie daddy shorts. I got a few pairs that I'm gonna be wearing in Atlanta this weekend. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets to the LaPeep show. I'm gonna be wearing some hoochie daddy shorts this weekend. Don't worry.
$1,500 a month.
Whoa!
$700
What'd
per
she say?
child. My tomboy. Sending the twins to school is about $1,400 a month.
You know what you can do with $1,400 a month? You know what you can do with $1,400 a month? When I tell y'all that kids are expensive and y'all keep arguing with me, telling me that they not, do you know what you can do with $1,400 a month? Kids are expensive, and that ain't even including feeding them or none of that. That's sending them to school.
It's $700 per child at the preschool that they are attending, and we do not pay this out of pocket. It was a blessing that we were able to get funding.
They had to get on daddy's nipple. She probably was out there begging the government, can you please give me half? So it would actually cost them $1,400, but it only cost them half. It cost them $700. Y'all need to get it together.
Oh, mix. Again. Oh,
This is crazy. This is insane.
I have $2,300 in credit card debt. The credit card debt came from...
She's one of those millennials we was just talking about. She's literally one of those millennials we was just talking about when I was doing my monologue earlier.
being able to pay extra expenses if we didn't have the finances to cover our monthly bills. So
are y'all paying attention to what's happening? She's the only one talking, and then he gets the alley-oop when it's his turn to talk. Y'all have to look at the body language, look at the sentiment, look at the demeanor, look at the tones and the voices, look at who's talking, look at how he slouched down in the couch. Look, let's rewind it a little bit. He's a deer in headlights. He's literally a deer in headlights. Got to use credit cards when we ain't had no money.
of the finances to cover our monthly bills. So our credit card
I wouldn't even have did the show if I was him. I would have been like, ain't no way y'all coming in my house and y'all doing this. Ain't no way I'm telling this story.
our debts came from either having to buy last minute items of food and gas. Matthew and
They
I
got
are
that
engaged,
ATV.
but because of his prior relationship, he does have children with his previous relationship and he has back child support. So because of this, we're not getting married, because once we get married, we become one person and I will start paying his child support as well.
He a pookie. He a pookie. Oh no. I ain't know that y'all was gonna throw me a wrench like that. Who sent me this video? This man is a pookie. He is a pookie. Oh my gosh. This man is a pookie. He a pookie. This man is a pookie. She said this man got previous kids from a previous relationship and talking about back child support. This man is a pookie. Wow. Wowzers. And they can't get married. She can't even become the woman that she need to be for you. Y'all can't even look at this relationship. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all it's even worse. Because they're not married, y'all not looking at the residual effects of this. Because they're not married, let's break this down. Because they aren't married, because they aren't married, they're definitely paying in the highest tax rate as individuals, because the 83, 84, whatever that threshold is for them to be switch from 12% to 22%, that's based off of filing married, filing jointly. Filing single means that you're guaranteed to be getting hit. So they getting it all the way across the board. Then she can't marry him because then she'll be responsible for his back child support because he's out here like a pookie. Oh my God. Don't sit here and say nothing. I don't want y'all to say nothing else about Jay Prince. Shout out to Jay Prince for president. Pookie's coming all form. You would walk past this man every day and you would think, this man is a good man. He's a good man. He works hard. He makes $50,000 a year. This man is a pookie. She has lost respect for this guy. She'll give him her womb, but take it on his debt or his name. Let's rewind that. Let me rewind the last 30 seconds. Let me see what he said.
Monthly bills. So our credit card debts came from either having to buy last minute items of food
Got that chick
and
riding in the
gas.
minivan.
Matthew and I are engaged, but because of his prior relationship, he does have children with
Look at this man. He is sitting in the playroom. She says she looks furious. He is sitting in the playroom scrolling on his phone with no shoes on. This man is a pookie. Don't y'all sit here and tell me about how all great these other cultures are. This is real. This is absolutely real. You walk past this man and you got the highest respect because he got these Hoochie Daddy shorts on. But in reality, They paying the highest tax rate because they got to file single. She's forever going to be a fiance. We are engaged. She been engaged for the last 5 years. This man got bad child support and she can't even get married to him because then she'd be responsible for his child support. This man getting garnished, fam. 25% of his wages. Gone. And don't lose your job or you go to jail. Don't collect gold. Don't collect $200. You going to jail.
Previous relationship, and he has back child support.
Oh, no.
So because of this...
Kids. He got kids, plural. He has other kids. Hold on.
He has back child support. So because of this, we're not getting married, because once we get married, we become one person, and I will start paying his child support as well.
Ooh. And his children is in a whole nother state, so he not even being the father. He the poor version of Nick Cannon. Oh my God. This is great. Shout out to Azrael. Shout out to Little Black Duck 2001 says, the man couldn't afford pant legs. Leave him alone. Happy born day, Aaron. Big up to the bag chasers. The Discord is all that and a Hot Wheel track. Shout out to Little Black Duck. In the building. This man is a pookie. He left Washington. Either he left Washington or his children, his chick took his kids and went to Washington. This man is oh God. He need a coaching session. Oh no. Because of a court order, he does not see his children in person. He got to see them virtually. Is this man toxic? Listen, I better be careful because this man could be a killer. I ain't the killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Bow down, pray to God, hoping that he's listening. This man is a pookie. This man is a pookie, y'all. That's why he looks so emasculated with his Oakley glasses on.
I do talk to them once in a while when they go and visit my mother at her house.
This can't be real. I talk to them once in a while when they go and visit my mother at her house. And then he said that he borrowed money from the in-laws in order for them to be able to survive.
She'll call me on Facebook Live or call me over the phone where I'll be able to
Look at the woman.
either speak to them or see them.
Look at the
Before
woman.
they moved to Washington, it used to be like every other weekend that they would be at my mom's house. But now, since they moved, it's only when they come back to visit Hawaii.
Man. They save zero. They do not save $1,500 a month. They save zero.
If something comes at us, like the car needs to be fixed or tires need to be replaced, then that comes right out of the savings again. The last time I looked, it was about $700 is in my account right now.
So I do have a...
He has $700 in savings, y'all. He has $700 in savings. He said that, listen, the number was between 0 and 1,500. That means it could be $3, $4. He got a total of $700 in savings. This is what y'all want? Is this the life that y'all want?
savings account that we try to put money into. It's not a set amount that we try to save every week or every month. But when we do get some extra income, I try to save it. The amount that we have in my...
I try to save it. Not we. She changed that. When we get extra income, I try to save it.
savings account right now is $20. And that's just to keep my savings account open.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on.
Now is $20 or every month. But when we do get some extra income, I try to save it. The amount that we have in my savings account right now is $20.
I would have been like, yo, you're going to have to leave that detail out. Look at his body language. Look at his face when she said that. She had another 2 kids if that wasn't the red flags. Look at this man's face. Shout out to the Uncle Tom. Look at his face when she said it, y'all. Look. Body language says it all. Watch this.
Income, I try to
listen.
save it.
Look.
The amount that we have in my savings account right now
Watch
is
this.
$20. And that
Dog, this man look emasculated. He looked defeated. He looks defeated. Whew.
it's just to keep my savings account open. My mother and father were always working, trying to make enough to support all of us. I am an only child, but as we were growing up,
I can't have my daughter out
my
here
parents
suffering.
took in my mother's siblings' children. We fostered them up until they were all around the teenage age and were able to go back to their parents.
Look at the ladies. The ladies saying, yo, I can do bad by myself. I'm not about to be out here struggling, about to be paying another man's child support just to say that I got a man that I'm laying next to. They said I could bleed bad by myself.
We didn't have a lot of money to do other things like leave the island or vacation. Most of the families here go to Kona on the other side of the island. They have a weekend vacation, they have a staycation, or they go to Disneyland. Most families do that with younger children, but we just didn't have the funds to do that. With having that experience as my childhood, I try to give my children everything that I didn't have. But growing up, I had everything that I needed, and I try to give that to my children.
You can forget it, baby. Yo kids ain't gonna live the life that you live because you married a Pookie. Shout out to the Uncle Com. She said she got the project she wanted. He a good man though. See, this is why people be saying that I'm heartless. Because this is insane. This is insane. Why is this man still having kids? He should not be still having kids. God is trying to tell you something. You ever seen that on the Color Purple? God was trying to tell him something. He said, listen, you got a 50% chance. And then God said, okay, you want him some bad, here's 2. Here's 2. You want it that bad, here's 2. And the kids, funny, kids don't have no clue. They gonna grow up and they gonna be like, they gonna be calling me for a coaching session talking about my dad was a Pookie. There ain't nothing looking ahead.
We were hoping to own a home by now, but because of the way that we live.
There's tires outside of the house. Why is it fucking tires outside of the house? That ain't nothing but the hood in Hawaii.
We were hoping
Look at that. Look at them tires on the side of the house.
to own a home by now, but
And they paying a car note on that POS. They paying a car note. Listen, if that car was in Detroit, it would be rusted out because of the snow and salt.
because of the way that we live and how much we make, we made too much for
Middle
self-help
class.
housing, which is a housing program that helps Native Hawaiians. And we made too much for the household income for that, and we made too little for a home loan.
Shout out to the
Some
middle
other
class.
states that I've been looking around at just to compare prices, they're way cheaper for something that's not even comparable.
And that's why so many people from Hawaii are
Look at this dude's body language. Look at his body language. Oh my gosh.
moving out of state. So we made a goal for the next 5 years to save money and try to move out of state. It's not all sandy beaches and coconuts, what you see on TV, in magazines, social media. It's really hard to live here.
As far as the girls, try to send them off to college.
Speak
and give
up.
them a good education. Everything we pretty much do nowadays is based off of these 2 girls and make sure they grow up to have a bright future and a better education.
Woo! That was sad. That was a hard watch. That was a hard watch on that one. Y'all really did a number on me today. Shout out to Kevin Robinson says, bro, coming from the professional baby daddy side of the game. Goofy as hell, man. That was a hard watch right there. I don't like seeing people suffer. He need to join the Bag Chasers University and stop being so timid and speak up. And he need a second job. And he need to get a vasectomy. And he need to man up and get some balls. And he need to stop having his woman monitor the savings and the check-in with it being only $20 in it. Oh my God, that was a hard watch. It was a hard watch. Uncle Tom says, stop it, Anton. The balling on a budget. He a good man. What make him well, okay. All right. Listen, good is subjective, and if that's what y'all want to define it as, I'm cool with that. But that is irresponsible. Good and irresponsible. You can be a good person, but you can be irresponsible at the same time. This man is paying child support for kids that ain't even in state and having more kids, and this chick is dying of thirst out here. I ain't kicking him. Listen, here, look. Y'all gotta have to get y'all feelings out of there so we can get to this bag. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. Listen. He decided to go on this show. He volunteered for tribute. He volunteered his life. Nobody's kicking him when he's down. I'm looking at his body language, and this whole time he like this. Yeah, because everything's for the kids, and I got I can't see my kids except for when they go to my mama's house. That's what he said. I didn't say it. He said it. Shout out to Kingdom Minded. She said, Scorpion from get over here to that manhood. He the one that's looking emasculated. I hope it's worth it. So, anyways, I need y'all to make better decisions. I need y'all to do things differently. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank y'all for the cash apps. If you're not a part of the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And if you need to kick it with me personally so you don't end up like them, make sure you tap in with Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com, and we going to get you popping. Uncle Tom says, I live there. It's funny. She wanted that. And I think this is a reflection of why you should stop acting like making $50,000 a year as a family, raising them on a family of 4 is sufficient. It's not. I don't care if you're in Hawaii. I don't care if you're in New York. I don't care if you're in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't care if you're in Detroit. I don't care if you're in Miami. I don't care if you're in Texas. I don't care if you're in Mississippi or Alabama. It's hard out here, and we need more money in order to make better decisions. It's just the reality, yo. Shout out to Aaron, says, nope. Oh, my God. Why does Aaron want me to review these extreme cheapskates? You listen, Aaron, if you want me to do one, I'll do one tomorrow, but you got to find me a good one. I don't want to be reviewing these dusty. I don't want them to be real dusty. You got to find me something that's actually decent. All right. So again, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to continue to do the work because I'm not satisfied with y'all being in the state that y'all in. I want better for you. I'm not trying to validate you. I'm trying to make you get to that level that you're supposed to be at so you can then be able to really send your kids to college and stop putting them in this cycle of debt and garbage. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I need y'all to do me one more favor before we get up out of here. It was a great show. One more favor before we get up out of here. Make sure you share this with your family and friends because we don't want to be successful by ourselves. Shout out to Trail 5 says, I make well over 6 figures and it still feel tight. Now imagine the people that's making $83,000 and $50,000 a year and $33,000 a year. It's crazy. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you share this with your family and friends because we don't want to be successful by ourselves. Patreon members and bag chasers got an update coming within the next 2 hours. That is scheduled to go out. So we're having a Patreon live meetup here in Michigan. I'm going to talk to you guys later. I love y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. Peace.